today's yoga class. Today we are going to work on a little bit of balancing. Sometimes it can be easier to quieten our mind when we take our focus elsewhere. So let us all come to stand. Sorry if you're tired and you want to lie down. Bring your toes to kiss and your heels apart, and then just come up onto that right padded part of your foot, and then come all the way over and press into the top side of your foot. So we're going to take a few moments to connect with our feet. They're very important in our balancing, in our day-to-day life, and then in your practice. Okay, let's just come to the other side. Coming first of all onto that pad, connect with the underside, and then take it to the top. I always teach this in my post-snow classes because our feet get a hammering in our boots. But in day-to-day life, it's important as well. If you're in high heels, badly fitting shoes. Okay, coming back down, let's just come onto that right toe again, and this time we're going to make a big circle. So coming and drawing around with the top of your foot, or as if you have an etch-a-sketch on your heel, coming up and around, and then take the other way, the other foot in a circle too. You may want to take it in the other direction if you automatically went the same way in both directions. And then come back to stand, toes together, heels apart. Let's close our eyes and take a little rock forwards. I had to open mine. And then back onto your heels. So we're just waking up that proprioception inside our body, this mind-body connection. Great way to quieten that monkey mind. Let's just take a moment here with our eyes closed, bring our hands to our heart center. Take a deep breath in. And let's really arrive at this practice. Might have taken you a while to get here this morning. All sorts of little jobs and people pop up. So if you have arrived here, well done. And then dedicate this time to you. This is your time to refill your tank, to reset your body, reset your mind. Let's take one more breath in all the way to our belly. And exhale, draw through that pelvic floor, that navel to spine. Allow your spine to grow tall and drop your shoulder blades down your spine. And then bring your shoulders up to your ears. So you're hunching them up as far as you can, as if you have no neck, a man with no neck. And then take them down. You can release your hands down this time and bring those hands behind you. Interlace those fingers so you're bringing your shoulder blades to kiss. You're really opening through that chest. Take your gaze up and to the right, hands to the left, back to center and the other way. And the other way. Let's bring those hands down beside the body, coming to center. Okay, so we're just going to bring our weight onto our right foot and take the weight onto the toe of your left foot, so a little bend. You can, if this is new to you, if balancing is new to you, you can bring yourself beside a wall, or you can just bring your foot here to start with. So just seeing what that might ignite in your foot. You can have your eyes open for this. If you want to have them closed, then keep them closed. And then if that is really easy for you, you can take it up into the inside of your leg. Don't put it on your knee ever. And this is our first balancing posture. It's a tree pose. And always remember, trees wobble. So when you wobble, that is good. Every time we wobble, we just create new space in the fascia and the connective tissue in our feet and our ankles. And then sending that knee back behind you, so you're drawing space through your whole pelvic girdle. You can bring your hands to heart center, or you can take them up and over your head if you want to, nice and tall. Or you can keep hold of your elbows if you want to, and then send those shoulders back to kiss. Whatever feels good for you here. Really igniting that standing leg. So try to, as we do in our mountain pose, engage that quad, engage that adductor, that inner thigh. Yeah, and the more, some days you'll come to your mat and you'll find that this is really easy, and some days it's harder, and I truly believe it's a reflection on the kind of day you've had, where your mind is at. So taking a deep breath in here, fill your belly, and then just releasing those hands down. We're going to stay standing on one foot and just bring that leg out now to the middle and out straight in front of you. Let's rotate that foot anti-clockwise, clockwise, and then just take it back behind you, so taking hold of it. You can bring both hands back to start if you want to, and then bring your elbows as if you are kissing your elbows. I'm just going to come to stand side on. And igniting that right thigh, drawing through that right thigh, so you're wrapping your glutes together. And then if you want to just come forwards a little bit, you can. And just staying with whatever feels good for you here. If you want to extend the top of your foot into your hand, if you want to take your arm up, you can. Just enjoying the sense of unbalance in a safe environment. And then when you're ready to come out, just slowly moving. Bring that knee up to your chest, give it a hug. Take it out to the side for one breath, palms face forwards. And back to center, and then let that foot come back to the mat. So no doubt the arch of the standing foot will be a little bit crampy. So you can press into the top of your foot, you can take a circle. It's about to have a holiday, so that's okay. Coming back to rest with those toes together. So coming gently onto that left foot. So my left foot's my difficult foot. And lifting that right foot off. Just coming first of all to the ankle. And just checking in with that left foot. So you might notice that you really wobble a lot more on one side compared to the other side. I do. Try and keep your drishti, your line of vision on one spot, and then taking it a little bit higher. So these are just such incredible exercises to partake in every day when you're cooking or putting washing on the line. And just engaging that inner thigh, that really helps that foot stay there. Bring your hands to heart center. Deep breath in. Pressing into that standing foot, allowing that pressing into the foot to draw you tall. If you want to take those hands overhead now, you can. Or you can bring them to interlace. Just got a dog moving across my line of vision, and each time I look at him, it definitely unbalances me. No excuses though. I'm just much wobblier on my left foot. And keeping your breath here, allowing those shoulders to relax down your spine. You can release your jaw, enjoy the wobble. You are a tree. If you find this super easy, close your eyes. And one more breath. And then just allowing those hands to come down. You can help that foot out in front of you. Wiggling, taking a little circle, and the other way, and then taking it up behind you. You can take hold of that foot first of all with both hands. So using this connection of both your hands, it's like a reverse prayer. Shoulder blades come to kiss, spine is long, breath to belly. And then if you do want to, I'll just come sideways. Take hold of just that foot. You can even move your hand to the inside of that foot and then just gently come forwards. Pressing away with the top of your foot into your hand. Just creating that tenserity. Embrace the wobble. And when you're ready, just slowly come down with complete control, knee to your chest, hugging it in, take it to the side. It's opening the head of that femur, palm faces forwards, inside of knee faces forwards. And then come back to center and bring both feet back to the mat. Good job. Good way to start your class, because we have really had to concentrate so hard there that it's impossible to think of anything else really. So just again arriving now at the top of your mat, taking a deep breath in and bringing those arms all the way up and overhead. Let's take hold of that right wrist and come to the left. And come to center, left wrist right. And come to center. And then interlace your fingers behind you. Opening that heart again, pressing into the front of your shins. And coming all the way up and over with those hands. Coming into our dangle. So in our vinyasa, this is called a forward fold. In a yin class, it's called a dangle. And you can just let yourself hang here for a moment. Reconnect with your breath. You can take hold of your elbows and just fall forwards. If you want to, bring the palms of your hands under the soles of your feet. Send your elbows to the side, come into your squat, and then keeping your arms a little bit bent, you can straighten through those legs. So you've just allowed yourself to create space through that sacrum when you come down like this, and then you can straighten through the legs, through that hinge from the sacrum up, as opposed to from the sacrum down. Let's take one more inhale and take our gaze forwards over the top of the mat. Inhale. And then as you exhale, let those hands come all the way to the mat. And we're going to step both feet back and come into a down dog. So coming straight into this down dog, pedaling it out. Drop that right heel. Let your left knee come across your body and look under your right armpit. And then drop your left heel. Look under your left armpit. Let that right knee come across the body. And then come back to center, bending those knees again. So taking your belly to your thighs. Let your crown of your head look towards the mat. And then straightening through those legs. You can lift your toes, drop your heels. Just enjoying this inversion, very restoring, turning off those adrenals. So we're going to take 3 little hurdles here. So we'll come up and over on our toes, inhaling forwards to plank. And arriving in your plank, you want to send your heels back, wrap your thighs, and press into those hands. Your neck is relaxed. And then when you exhale, send your sit bones high, and move back to your down dog. And inhale up and over. And exhale back. Inhaling up and over, hurdling as high as you can. And exhaling back. And this time when you come over, just coming to rest in plank, pausing here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's take that right leg up now and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change legs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's let those knees come to the mat and press back to our child's. So you can take your knees nice and wide, keep your arms forwards, and your forehead comes to the mat. And just taking a moment to settle in here. Sometimes the settling in process into child can be a gradual thing. So you first of all connect those knees and feet, your elbows and hands, and then pressing into those hands down to your sit bones. And taking your breath to your belly, to your lower back. And when you're ready, just making your way to tabletop. So coming through this as if you're coming into it via a cat. So pressing into your hands, lifting through the center of your vertebrae. Knees stay wide, coming forward momentarily. And then arriving back into your tabletop with your knees under your hips, the flats of your tops of your feet coming into the mat and your hands pressing into the mat. So we'll move through a cat-cow. As you inhale, send your tailbone up towards the sky, drop your belly, roll your shoulders together and take your gaze up. As you exhale, tailbone, navel to spine, shoulder blades draw apart, crown of the head is looking at the mat. As you inhale, gaze forwards. So rippling through your spine, find your own rhythm. Exhale. Spine coming up. And you can take a little wiggle from side to side. Coming back to tabletop, put your hands one hand length forwards, drop your hips to the right, take your gaze to the left. Back to center, hips to the left, gaze to the right. Back to center. Let's bring those hands back underneath the shoulders. Lift through your left hand, sending it forwards, and your right foot shoots behind you. So imagining that you are creating a lightning bolt from the tip of your toe, up your ankle, calf, back of the knee, into your hips, belly, shoulder blades, up through your bicep, your elbow, forearm, and out your fingertips. Take a deep breath in, fill your belly. As you exhale, bring that elbow and that knee together and arch your back. Inhale, send it all the way back behind you and your arm forwards and back again. And one more. And together. We're going to take it long one last time and then move into our pigeon. So bringing that hand down and that right foot all the way through. So you may need your blanket here or your cushion, unless you're hypermobile. And just let yourself take a moment to or a block, yeah, that's good as well, to just see what's comfortable for you. Pressing your hands into the outside of your thigh and the mat, draw your spine long. Take your gaze up, shoulder blades kiss, and sink on down. So you're just rippling down. We'll take 5 ripples down. Forehead kisses the mat. Inhale, draw up through the back of your neck. And exhale down. Inhale up. So close your eyes and just find your rhythm. And down. And inhale up. And down. And yeah, the front of your left hip flexor is trying to make friends with your right heel, drawing up. And then when you are ready, just finishing whatever round you're on, and let yourself either come all the way down with your arms long, or you can bring your hands into fists on top of each other, and your shoulder blades draw down your spine. Fill your belly against your calf. And just release, sink a little bit deeper. Let your jaw release. Let your shoulders release. Let your glute release. You can just imagine the head of that femur is just pulling away from that ball and socket joint on the back side. So this very rarely happens. It's always in a state, or almost always in a state of compression towards the back of that ball and socket joint. And just connecting with your breath. Just take 2 more yogic breaths. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So wherever you're at, let your chin come to your chest, press into your hands, come up through the back of your neck, and just roll on up. And you can bring those hands wide on your mat, untuck that toe, lift your knee, and take that right foot all the way back and pedal it on out. Yeah, just enjoying. There might be spots where you didn't have any blood supply for a moment, so enjoy that fresh blood supply. Notice if you manage to create a little bit more space in your body, your mind. Deep breath in. Let's come back to that hurdle. So we'll take 3 of those hurdles. Inhaling up and over in that hurdle to plank. Really complete your plank. Heels back. Exhale, down hot dog, down hog. So you're coming on your tippy toes. The pivot occurs on the tippy toes. Inhaling forwards. And back. And forwards, up and over. So coming to this plank, let's come to our left hand, come into a side plank. So this is where we put our right foot on top of our left foot. And if you want to take your right arm high, you can. You just press up through those hips. And breathing here. One more breath. And allow that right hand to come down. And I'll just momentarily turn my back to you. So coming to that right hand, and your left foot is on top of your right foot. Palm goes up, sending energy from your palm of your hand through that arm, your shoulder blades, shooting out your top finger. And coming back to center, let's come onto our forearms now for our forearm plank. Pausing here, send your heels back and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering your knees, lowering your whole body, forehead to hands, flapping fish. So your toes come together, heels to the side. And just rocking from side to side. Take your breath to your belly. And we're just going to press up when you're ready to a wide arm sphinx. So you can lift your head and then take your arms off the mat and just press into them. So this, if you have lower back issues, just stay here. Never put that pressure on, but this is a lovely way of opening the front of your vertebrae and compressing the back. So when we create this compression, we pause the blood supply there, bring the blood supply into the front of the vertebrae. And then when you are ready to release, you can slowly lower down and just gently imagine the reopening of your vertebrae as you lower one at a time. Forehead to the mat. Let your hands slide down, palms face up. We're going to lift now everything off the mat. So palms come off, your head comes off, the soles of your feet are looking towards the sky. Draw as high as you can and lower down. We'll do 4 more of these. Inhale up and down and up and down and up and down. One more for luck. And lift and down, and then bring those hands under your shoulders, and you're going to slowly snake your way up to your tabletop. So coming back, knees under hips, tops of the feet connecting with the mat, hands under your shoulders. Let's ripple through our cat-cow because it feels good. Inhale, drop your belly, spread those sit bones, shoulder blades to kiss, gaze comes up. Exhale, tailbone, navel to spine, shoulder blades draw apart, crown of the head looks at the mat, take a little rock, find your rhythm, take another 2. And you can snake from side to side. We are only as healthy as our healthy spine is healthy. So the moment that your spine starts to seize up, you start to have issues through all parts of the body. Coming back to rest and stillness in your tabletop. When you're ready, take your time. Let's really connect that left hand and send that right arm. Take your time, don't hurry there. We can pause. Take your right arm in front of you, your left hand behind you. And imagining this lovely zigzag of light coming in through your fingertips this time. Through the palm of your hand, it can warm the inside of your arm, your elbow, your bicep, armpit, through your rib cage, zigzag down the left side, left glute, hands stirring space at the back of the knee, calf, out that toe, take a deep breath in, fill your belly. As you exhale, bring that elbow and knee to kiss. Inhale up, elbow, knee to kiss. And up. So it's like your cat-cow, but with movement and balance. So we've really trained our brain. Take one more for luck. And then preparing to move that leg up for the pigeon. So bringing that right hand back down, left foot comes forwards. Again, if you need your block or any support, and then just take that gaze back behind you to your foot to just check that it's all good. Hasn't flung off the side of the mat. Bring those hands wide. Draw your spine long. And shoulder blades come to kiss. You're gently going to come on down. Forehead's coming to the mat. And then you draw up through the back of your neck all the way tall. And down. Down, down, down. So great thing about rippling into your pigeon, so that it gives you the chance to just create that space and then release. So you can put that pressure to open that fascia within every muscle, within every connection, joint, tendon, ligament, organ, and then release. Just find your own rhythm. If you have my tunes playing from the suggested Spotify playlist, you can lose yourself in these. Wherever you're at, just coming on down when you're ready. If you want to keep doing that, just keep doing that. And let yourself connect. So it can be so helpful to ground yourself on your floor or on your mat in these crazy times. Just using this steady, solid base to quieten your mind. Let's connect with our breath. Just notice if it's catching in your throat, or can you draw it to your belly? Can you draw a breath that comes all the way to the base of your spine and then ripples up through your rib cage, your shoulder blades, the back of your neck, and into the back of your head. And let's take 2 more yogic breaths. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So surrendering on those breaths. When you're ready, you can bring those hands out to the side, press into your hands, allow your chin to fall to your chest. Your head is the last bit that comes up. Untuck that toe, lift that knee, let that left foot go all the way back and pedal it out. Drop your left heel, drop your right heel. And we're going to gently, gently walk those feet as if moving through mud, all the way through between your hands, and you're going to come to sit. So just gently coming to sit in your seated mountain pose. Just spread your sit bones and then draw those toes towards you. Press your hands into the outside of your sit bones, draw your toes towards you. Press those hands into the mat and draw your spine long. Let's bring that chin to your chest and draw a line with your chin over to your left shoulder. And then back through center, right shoulder. And coming back to center, let your head float up at the same time as your arms float up. Take hold of that right wrist, come to the left. And back through center, left wrist right. And then your arms are going to tuck under your knees with a little lift in those knees. So you're coming forwards into a forward fold. It's replicating our initial forward fold, our dangle. It's a really nice protective way to come into a forward fold by hugging yourself into your chest. You can open your shoulder blades. If you want to hold your feet, you can. And just draw yourself even tighter. A little bit of self-love. And if you feel really open in your legs, you want to straighten your legs, you can. Or just stay where you are. Remember, no one's watching you. It's no competition. It's just about waking up this mind-body connection. That's the dog wanting to come inside. And do some down dogs. So when we're ready, we're going to make our way to our back and just press with those hands into the mat and gently unfurl and come all the way down onto your back, just pressing down, down, down. Yes, and if you can, just keep those knees coming up into the chest. Give them a big hug. Take a little circle one way, a little circle the other way. We're going to do I'm under arrest arms and let our Knees fall over to the right. Pausing on that right side. Take your gaze to the left. Deep breath in, fill that belly. And just sinking on down, it might feel good for you to wrap your feet or extend your feet, whatever feels good. And before you bring it back to center, fill that belly. And when you exhale, draw through that pelvic floor, that navel to spine, and let those knees float back to center through this engagement and the other way. And take your gaze to the right. And just mentally preparing yourself to really surrender into your final, most important posture, your Shavasana, where all of these changes that you have created in your body are allowed to settle and become part of your new structure. In the same way that your gut bacteria is changing, your mind-body connection is changing. So when you're ready, taking a deep breath in, fill your belly. Exhaling, pelvic floor, navel to spine. Knees come back to center. Hug those knees into your chest. Thank you, legs. Take a second to give thanks for someone or something else in your life. And then letting yourself move to Shavasana. It may be for you that you want to put on a jumper or get a blanket. You may want to pause in your Recline Butterfly, taking your arms over your head and your soles of your feet together. You may want to take a wide-legged, almost like a starfish. It can feel really nice to just let it all connect. Or traditional Shavasana, palms facing up, feet on the mat, well together but falling out to the side. And I'll just guide you through a yoga nidra, taking your breath to your belly. Let it soften, expand, relax. Taking your breath to your belly, let it flood down into your whole pelvic girdle. You can just see this opening in a figure of 8 from side to side. Moving through the head of the femur down to your quads, your hamstrings, the space at the back of your knees, shin on calf, ankle, feet, relax. Fill your belly, let it spread up into your rib cage, your lungs, your heart, your chest. Relax. And release your shoulder girdle, your biceps, elbows, forearms, wrists, palms of your hands. Let those fingers just curl over your palms. Let your throat fall heavy on your neck. Release your tongue, jaw, cheeks, eyes, forehead, whole head, whole body. Relax for 5 full minutes. Just allowing your awareness to return to your body. Just allowing your awareness to return to your body. Just allowing your awareness to return to your body. Just allowing your awareness to return to your body. You can wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. You can stretch your arms up and over your head from the tips of your fingers to the tips of your toes. And then bringing your knees into your chest and just give them a hug. Take a little rock from side to side. And just rolling to your right side, and you can pause here just to check in with the changes you've created in your body, your mind. Can you notice a quietening like the earth? Just keeping your eyes closed or your gaze low, press into your top hand, extend your top leg, and just allow yourself to slowly come to sit, either cross-legged or on your knees, whatever works for you. And you can bring your hands together in prayer at heart center. And take 3 big inhalations and sigh them out your mouth. Inhale. Inhale. And whenever you're ready, you can rub those hands together. Get that heat, that energy. Pop your hands on your eyes. Let it come back in through your eyes to your body. And slowly open your fingers and slowly open your eyes. And I thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.